Ellis Henican. I'm John Scott. Fox News Watch is on right now.
A lot of people have already said that we can't win the general election. It is the same. Yes, we can.
There's an article in the Washington Post. It was headlined, "Republican Leaders Are Now on Notice." It's about O'Donnell's win, and these are the first few sentences. "Call it a civil war, an insurrection, or merely an insurgency. By any measure, the establishment leadership of the Republican Party has lost control." Really?
Well, sort of, yeah. I mean, look who got beat in this race. It takes 30 seconds of reporting, and any of us could do it, and in fact, many of us have, to figure out that there is great distress inside the Republican Party over this. There's look at this woman, and they're saying, oh my God, what have we wrought? We love the energy, we love the passion, we like even some of the nutty stuff out of the Tea Party folks, and maybe it's all we got right now, but boy, what kind of cliff are these guys driving us over? And I think we met the cliff.
They said the exact same thing about Rand Paul.
Well, so
hold on, let me finish. And he's 15 points ahead.
Well, fair enough. And I'm not saying she can't win. Crazy stuff happens in politics. But you know what?
The debate over the proposed Islamic center near Ground Zero in New York City continued this week as claims of a growing Islamophobia in America spread throughout the media.
Ellis, let me read you a quote from Christiane Amanpour,
Go
one
ahead.
of your favorites.
Go ahead, John.
At the top of her show on Sunday, she noted the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks that had just passed, and she said, 9 years later, the growing hostility toward Muslim Americans. Not since 9/11 has the country seen such anti-Muslim fervor, and said, Muslim Americans are feeling vulnerable. Where's her proof?
Well, you could go do a lot of interviews with Muslim Americans, and I bet you could find some quotes to back up an allegation like that. Listen, as soon, Jim Pinkerton, as protesters stand out in front of Baptist churches that are getting ready to reopen, then maybe we'll have an argument that somehow this is a different situation. But the reality is, and I don't like to use words like racist or phobic of any sort, but I mean, there's a lot of feeling out there of hostility toward Muslims, and in fact, a lot of people even defend those feelings. I think that we do need to get a grip at a time like this and say, hey, people have a right in our country to practice the religion they want, and we ought to all be open to it, whether it's our religion or not.
Are there parallels between the way the Catholic Pope going to Great Britain was covered versus the coverage of the imam who wants to build this mosque at Ground Zero?
I think Catholics, and I can say we Catholics on this, debate all this stuff very publicly ourselves, and much of the discussion about the child sex abuse scandal in the church really has been Catholics talking with each other, and that's a good thing. In fact, a lesson maybe the Muslims could learn.
According to a new, and we should point out, unauthorized book called Carla and the Ambitious, Michelle Obama, the First Lady, thinks being America's First Lady is, quote, hell. Author Yves Duray claims that Carla Bruni Sarkozy said that during a visit to the White House with her husband, Nicolas Sarkozy, last month. Mrs. Sarkozy asked Michelle about her new role. Michelle Obama reportedly replied, "Don't ask, it's hell. I can't stand it."
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's a marvelous story. It has every single thing it needs except facts. In fact, the two people involved in it, the two people who bought in it, have now, through their staffs, which is the right way to do it, you don't want to climb into this gutter with these people, have said it's absolutely 100% untrue and never said, and the authors have provided no evidence.
It's an authorized biography.
No, it is not an authorized biography.
Does this story have legs, so to speak?